Ready to start watching episode 21 of Orb on the Movements of the Earth. Let's see how the story goes on. Right now, Yolenta is dead, and let's see how Draka wants to fulfill her goal. Let's watch it together. Okay. Mind your own business. Yeah, but are we sure they let them go? That's an excuse. See, he wants to go inside to see what they have. I see, Schmidt. She saved you. Because he was never empathic and he has never trusted her, but in this case, it was a perfect timing. That's true. But I think she did it for Yolenta, not for them. Yeah. Oh, okay. Exactly. See, I told you, she does that for her, not for the others. Oh, wow. But I think he's gonna change his mind too. That's even better. Since the moment that they talked, maybe. Okay, to whom? I'm curious now. Oh, it's the dawn. Will you go down and pray in front of the dawn, or... Ah, okay. No. Yeah, the owner of everything. That's true. Let's see, Schmidt, if you change your mind. You should. Yeah. Let's see if you can. Okay, it's time to print it. Yolenta is dead. Mm. But that's what she wanted, so that's fine. Yeah, not just that, because she reached her goal anyway. She was feeling. Yeah. That's something amazing. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it will have a great impact, that's for sure. Oh, good job, Schmidt. I approve. Yeah. Fingers crossed. Heliocentrism. Ah, yeah, okay. No, they don't. That's a nice idea. Oh no. You can't remake them, no? No. Come on, Draka, let's do something. Maybe you can help. Mm, okay. That's very important for her to give this money. Wow, she's getting rid of her past for something new. That's for a good cause, Draka. Well done. You got rid of your convictions right now. You were following exactly what Yolenta was saying to you. So you're even better than Yolenta automatically. I mean, we don't need to wait to the end. Only these proved us that Draka is better than Yolenta. So Yolenta made a good choice to choose her. Wow. So, there's the name, so I wonder if one day Novak will read it. I hope somebody will get a copy to Novak. He deserves to read it. That's a very nice title. Yeah, unbelievable. Yeah. Let's hope that everything goes well, you know. So I think that even Draka will make a move. So she will not let people forget about Yolenta in the other way. Yeah, look at the sun setting this time. Hmm. Oh no. This is Fry, right? No, do you wanna kill Schmidt? No, what did you do? Look, I had a feeling about Fry a few seconds before. No, Fry. Oh, what a traitor. Unbelievable. I had a feeling about that. What the F? See, there are always traitors. That's why this mission takes too long to be fulfilled. Unbelievable. Good job, Schmidt. No, he will not do that. I don't think he will do that. What kind of justice? Always related to the church? Okay, so you were infiltrated somehow. Yeah. Oh, definitely. Oh no, let's stop saying these stupid things. Uh, whatever. Never in the world. Oh, that's so pathetic, you know? Absolutely not. Never. Whoa! Whoa! Yeah, that's a Schmidt when he was a kid, right? Oh, so that was Fry? Oh, okay. Okay, bye, Fry. I think you lost your life in vain, sincerely, for nothing. Uh, it's a long story. No, that was Schmidt when he was younger, right? At this point, yeah, I think so. So he was that kid who survived, etc., etc. Okay. Oh, come on, let's find a way. Uh, okay. Yeah, because she has it in her mind, the content, so. Let's listen to this young girl. Oh, yeah. That him is Novak? I hope so. Because she has the letter to give him, right? Yeah. You're wasting time. Let's try. Yeah, but you don't know what she wants to say. So, Oh. Yeah, she's okay, I think. You have to help her to escape. You believe in God's will, so. Mm. Ah, okay, so no, that's a plan A. But I think they will change their mind. No, Schmidt will not agree. Wow, so for the first time he will go against his conviction. Oh! Okay! Okay. That was nice. No, it's an order. Yeah. Okay, so the keyword of this episode is the loss of your convictions. Because we could see in both cases, in Draka's case and even in Schmidt's case, the fact that they wanted to abandon their convictions to see if they can change the world, because if they have always proceeded following God's will, or let's say their convictions, things would have always repeated themselves. So there was no changing. But I think that throughout these episodes, these two characters wanted to test the destiny, or test their own convictions to see if they change the path, what's going to happen. And I think that things will change, absolutely. Because, as I told you many times, if you're stuck into your convictions over and over and over again, the problem is that you will fail, because you will repeat doing the same things, and that's why the world is not changing. In order for the world to change, you have to do something else. You have to create a new direction, and that's what they are doing. And I really appreciate these, because that makes you understand that both Draka and Schmidt, they are very intelligent. They understand that, okay, my convictions were those, but it's time to make a change. It's time to not waste our life and do something that is relevant once for all. Starting from Draka, yeah, I really understand why Yolenta chose her, because not only she's different than her, but then she wanted to get rid of her convictions. And I think that Yolenta made the right choice, because Yolenta herself admitted in front of Draka that she couldn't get rid of her convictions till the end of her life. But she chose Draka because Draka showed her how different she is, even with her thoughts, even with her goals and everything. But I think that Yolenta had an instinct to trust her path, because she understood that she would have made something different by keep wandering. She would have found the truth to follow by herself, thanks to experience. And I think Draka made lots of good choices so far. I mean, she was never disappointing me. I really like this character, and I'm glad that Yolenta found in her a solution, a testament to be left to her. And yeah, the moment in which she gave the money to save the situation, that, yeah, in that moment you understand that she got rid of her convictions, because she was attached too much to money. She thought that that money was the testament that was left by her father. She thought that there was no God. In fact, she has never believed in God, and I appreciate that too. But anyway, the fact that this money was left aside, that's already a good sign. Not only because we are talking about money, but because her convictions are fading away. And she wants to try to think with her own mind to find out if there is another way of thinking, if there is another way to open her mind and be smarter. Because I've always told you this. If you're able to change your mind, if you're able to detach yourself from the society as it is, and you have new visions of how the world is going on, then you're pretty smart, because you are not attached to something. You have an external vision that is complete, and you can have thoughts about these, but you are not convinced by a specific side. So that makes you smart, in my opinion. And at the same time, even Schmidt got rid of his convictions, because as soon as Jolenta wanted to ask God, or let's say destiny, how to proceed with the plan, he turned that coin upside down to see, okay, let me do what I want this time and not following what God wants all the times, because I have always followed what God chose for me, but it was always wrong. I mean, there was not such a big change. So now I wanted to be the protagonist for a second. I wanted to choose what to do and go on the opposite side, just to test and to see if this brings a new change. And I think it will. Of course it will, because we know how history went on, but that makes you understand that the audacity, the courage to do something extreme, to do something that doesn't seem to be right, creates the change. This theme of being courageous comes back one more time, because they all understood the consequences, but they have the courage to try to test something new, no matter the consequences. And I think that this can lead to a real change of the world. I really like even the fact that they chose the title of this anime for the title of the book. And I really liked the fact that they put Jolenta's name, because in Jolenta's name we have all the heritage of all the others coming previously, and I think that this is very nice. It's a testament of her discoveries. Let's say she puts the name on that, but that name includes all the others, and I think that that's amazing. And we know that Draka needs to give a letter to somebody. I really think that somebody is Jolenta's father, because Novak will find this book when it will be published, and he will have the confirmation that Jolenta was alive all that time, and try to imagine the desperation that will cause to his heart, because not only he will understand that he wasted lots of time thinking something that didn't happen, but he lost even the chance to talk to her before dying. And even if I think that that's still the best thing that had happened, because they didn't have the chance to talk, so Jolenta could rest in peace while he would have been cursed forever. At the same time, the double desperation that he will feel in the moment in which he will see that that book was published by her, with her name, and at the same time that she was alive throughout all that time, it makes you feel the sadness, the sorrow, the misfortune, but at the same time the malevolent feeling that he will feel. I can't wait to see that, but all that will be possible thanks to Draka, because Draka is wearing even this cloth that Jolenta left her, and that makes you understand that the torch already is passed to somebody else. I like that in this episode they were talking about leaving everything to the new generations, because they are sure that they will die, but this is not the end of the hope, and the new generations will find a way to go on, to continue. this mission to change the established world. And I really appreciate that, because if you don't like something, you're still in time to change it. It's up to you. I mean, if you want something to change, you're able to change it. And it doesn't matter if you are a little community or just an individual only, you can still make a change on everything that you don't approve, that you don't like, that you dislike completely, that you hate. And I think that even nowadays, even if we lost the hope to change, there will be always somebody who can cheer our hope up and will find a way to let us believe that everything can be still changed. We lack of courage nowadays because we are too afraid of the consequences. But this story is teaching us that death is coming for everybody. So we shouldn't be afraid of death. We should be afraid of being reluctant to change something. We should be afraid of left everything as it is because of our selfishness. If we are afraid of that, we are sure that we can leave to the new generations something good. And we shouldn't repeat the mistakes of the previous generations who felt afraid too. Nowadays we have the tools to change things. It's no more like the 15th century where they didn't even have a printer. Now we have technology on our side. And based on what they said in the previous episode, when nature can't fulfill the task, we can ask help to technology to finish what nature couldn't do. So right now, nowadays, we are in the perfect time where we have nature on our side, if we want, and we also have a technology on our side. So this is the most important time to change society, to change the world if we don't like it, and it was already demonstrated in the recent months. So nothing is impossible. Yeah, Draka is saying it in this episode. Nothing is impossible. And even if the amount of a percentage is very low, that percentage, that little one, is the hope that everything is still possible. So I really hope that they can make it. I really hope that they can save Draka, so Draka can escape and have this ultimate task to give the letter to this person. I really hope that Schmidt doesn't die, because we could see his background story, his memories in the moment Fry betrayed him and betrayed everybody in this front. I think, yeah, that was Schmidt when he was young, right? Because in that moment he understood that church was always the evil one, because the church was taking away from him all his dear people, and he also took away a comrade, that is Fry, because Fry was betraying him, betray all of them from the beginning. But you understand that when people are blind, they will always betray you, because they will never understand what you're saying. They will always call you as a crazy one. You will never be heard completely. So Fry was not even listening to this plan, because he was going ahead through his convictions, and these convictions lead him to death. Let's say that Schmidt was very sad to kill him, but there was no other choice. And when he heard from Fry that everything that he did was a good sacrifice for the purpose, yeah, I'm tired to hear these sentences, sincerely. There's no need to sacrifice anyone for the sake of the project, for the sake of a purpose. We can find another solution. And I hope, okay, of course, in the 15th century, these happened, and even in the 16th century, this revolution about the movement of the earth happened, but later we know what happened. I mean, we know that there were many other revolutions happening in the world, but there was still no change, no effective change of the society as it is. I think that what Schmidt is saying is that things will never change for real until there will be somebody. But in order to reach that somebody, we have to go through lots of events. And I really hope that things will change for real in this century, because we have time, we have everything we need. We just have to open our eyes once for all and understand how the world goes on. I'm really hopeful, for these. I really can't wait to see the big change, the change that we deserve, because we were always under something, and this is something that has to be destroyed once for all. Let's see if we can do it in this century, and I really hope so. But if we can't, let's do it in the next one. It's not a problem. The most important thing is that it will happen, and sooner or later it will happen, because that's how nature is. There is a beginning, there is an end. Something is always moving on. Something is changing anyway, because we can't stop time. We can't stop the flow that time and space can create. And we are just part of it. But while we are part of it, and while we are part of the universe, we have our role. So we can also change things. We can't be obligated to follow something, because if you follow something obediently, you're just living a passive life. But we should be active. We should try to find that way. Shouldn't stop thinking about that way, because that's what they are doing even in this episode. They never stop thinking, and no matter the obstacles, like when the letters were broken for the printing, always find a way. And even if you're discouraged, try to regain the courage and to move on. Let's see what happens in episode 22 of Orb on the Movements of the Earth. Thank you so much for the support, and see you in the next video. Bye bye.